Fox 34 Football Friday, presented by Cardinal Sports Center. It's 10 o'clock, and it's time for Fox 34 Football Friday.
Levitt Cooper looking to make it 2 in a row against Ryder. Would the Pirates plunder the Raiders for another dub?
And Coronado looks to stay undefeated against crosstown rival Monterey. Could the Mustangs muster another win down the stretch?
And post-perfect season on the line against Panhandle. Will the Bold Gold stay golden versus the Panthers? Welcome to Week 14, the finale of Fox 34 Football Friday. The Bold Gold looking to advance to the quarterfinals tonight.
That is right. A Verbalicious Post facing, it says it right on the prompter.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it says it, yeah. Post facing Panhandle at Pirate Stadium. Let's check out the action.
You should have told me,
now.
Kurt. You should have told me.
That's all right. That's all right. Here we go. Early first quarter, the Antelopes already up 16-0. Sladen Pittman hands it off to Ashton Jefferson. He jukes guys left and right.
Moving
takes
on
it
up.
all the way to the house. That was Jefferson's third touchdown of the night. Now, going for the two-point conversion, Pittman's pass to Zach Courtney.
Woo!
And the Bold Gold going up 24-zip. A little bit later, Pittman hands it off to, guess who? Jefferson. That's right. He powers it into the end zone.
Wheezy!
You're right. Is a fourth of the night to put post up 30-zip. Next drive, Pittman drops back, zips it to Nathan McDaniel. He runs it in 21 yards for the score. Two-point conversion was good. Bold Gold cruising 38-0. Post D forces a quick 3-and-out. They get back in the red zone, and then Pittman would punch it in on the keeper. Post would lead it 60-0 at the half. They go on to win it 68-0. Well, Post definitely stays unbeaten, yet to be tested this year.
And Kurt, only people our age know what we're talking about with all the
with
Jeffersons
You're
references.
exactly right.
Anyway, our Brady King probably doesn't. Anyway, she's live at Pirate Stadium. BK, what did you see out there other than a lot of touchdowns?
Well, guys, it's quiet out here now, but it was a packed house for this regional matchup. Both Post and Panhandle traveling well. But other than that, Rob, yeah, it was mostly touchdowns. Ashton Jefferson, as you said, was unbelievable tonight, scoring the first 4 TDs of the game. And Sladen Pittman had a strong outing once again, throwing for a few touchdowns, rushing for one. And I have to say, though, the defense might have been the MVP in this one. They were a wall, posting a shutout for the 4th time this season. And it's the playoffs, might I remind you, so you don't see that every day. Bold Gold rolled in this one, making it look easy, but you got to hand it to Panhandle on a great season. That was only their 3rd loss of the year. But the Antelopes stay perfect. They're moving on. They're advancing to the 2A D1 quarterfinals next week. Well on their way back to that state title game, exactly where they want to be right now. And they're going to be playing Cisco next week, a team that's 10-3. So I'm saying they could possibly give Post a game, possibly. We're just going to have to wait and see. But with that, I'll send it back to you two in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Brady. Congratulations to Post. After a week off for both teams due to COVID-19 complications, Coronado and Monterey back on the gridiron tonight.
Good to see that, Kurt. The Plainsmen looking to play spoiler against the unbeaten Mustangs. Easier said than done. Let's head out to Lowry Field to see if they would pull off the upset. Mustangs and Plainsmen gearing up for the crosstown rivalry. And Coronado will waste no time to score. Jaquel McCutcheon, he's going to take it on in. Stangs on top 7-0. A little later, you may have heard of this guy. His name is Sawyer Robertson. He strikes up the band, Gets in on the action, tossing one in the corner. And, well, Coronado was cruising. Plainsmen would find their groove, though. MJ Singleton doing his thing, outrunning full-grown Mustangs. And, Kurt, when they're fully grown, you have to let them go.
You do.
You just do. That mojo would carry over on a punt return, leading to Monterey's first points, making the score 14-7. But Coronado would regain control after that. Sawyer Robertson with the no look here. Are you kidding me? No look?
He's not looking.
No. Corey
Nice.
Pereira. Those two hook up every weekend. Monterey trying to get something going before half. But Coronado, they can play some defense as well. The interception here by Caleb Pillow. At last check, Coronado still riding high. I believe it's a final. It is. The Mustangs take it over Monterey 40-14. Well, as we just showed you, Coronado cruising to another win this season. They're 9-0 on the year.
And our Jake Archer is live out at Lowry Field. Jake, how did those Mustangs look against the Plainsmen tonight?
Well, Kurt, despite the score, Coronado really struggled to get things going right out of the gate. Monterey's defensive line did anything and everything they could to make Sawyer Robertson's life uncomfortable in the first half. Coach Hutch has called his defensive line his best group on the team just because of how fast and disruptive they can be. They sacked Robertson and forced him to make quick passes and kind of not really be comfortable in the pocket. Both the Mustang defense was no joke either, only allowing a special teams score and forcing the Plainsmen to go back and forth between quarterbacks Keyshawn Harris and Blake Porter, neither really getting it done. But we can't overlook the performance of Sawyer Robertson tonight. He threw for 3 touchdown passes, and he really settled in after the kind of rough start with the defensive line, giving him pressure. He looked calm, cool, and collected, just like this team does. And, you know, next week they maybe have their toughest test against Tascosa up in Amarillo, but this team is really special, and they're loaded on both sides of the ball. I'm just excited to see where this team can go because I think they can go quite a long time. Rob and Kurt, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, I agree, Jake. I think they can make a run. Good job, my friend. Number 8 ranked LCP taking on number 6 Wichita Falls Rider this afternoon. A good rivalry, Kurt.
Fantastic rivalry. This one, a big game, Rob. 2 state-ranked teams, 1 loss between them. The gold ball that is up for grabs. And let's head out to Pirate Stadium and see what this one was all about. Here they come in the first quarter. It was Cooper Lefevre launching it. Oh, look at that. Nice spiral. Finds the hands of Rylan Wilcox. Coach Darden's crew strikes first. They are up 7-0. He was up in the air right there. Yeah. Next drive for Ryder, it was quarterback Jacob Rodriguez. He fakes out our photog, and he finds Ramsey Radke in the end zone. Game tied at 7. Second quarter, Ryder really starts to pour it on. A field goal, a touchdown, and now this. Rodriguez zips it to Ramsey. Put Wichita Falls up 24-7. New half, new QB for Lubbock Cooper. Holt Gibson fires to Max Sinnocker, and the Pirates would trail it 24-17 after that one. Now, fourth quarter, same score. Lefevre back in the saddle. He slings it to Kobe McKenzie. The pass to the pole is good. LCP ties it up, and Brady says, my bad for that. Jawan Johnson with the actual catch. The Pirates going for 2. Rylan Wilcox would rush it from the outside, and he would score. LCP leads 25-24, less than a minute to go. Last chance for Ryder. They didn't make it. As you can see, Cooper is the 5A District 2 district champs.
Gutsy call right there. Let's head out to Friendship, shall we? People's Bank Stadium, where the Tigers were tangling with the Broncos of Odessa High. The Tigers striking first. Touchdown toss. Far side, Carson Miller. It's Miller time. Nice grab right there, far side of the end zone. The Tigers would continue to roll early on. Direct snap to William Bayou. This kid can run. He's in there. Blue and gold up 17-0. But the Broncos with an H would not go quietly into the sunset. A handoff coming up here. That looked hard to Caleb Sims for the touchdown, making it 17-7 at the break. However, it was all Friendship in the second half, and they take it the final 38-17.
All right, congratulations to the Tigers. Lubbock High trying not to get blown away by the Sandys of Amarillo. Opening drive, Sandys QB Brock Wade would let it fly to Bryson Slaughter, whose name would be a sign for things to come. Amarillo up 7-0. A little bit later, it would be running back at Tavon Hood as after the cheerleaders celebrate. He would storm into the end zone for the Sandys. You get it? Storm, sandstone?
Yeah, they do that.
Okay, moving on now. Lubbock High band having some fun at least. They're enjoying the game. Second quarter action now. Wade finds Caden Phillips in the corner for the easy score. That had put Amarillo up 30-0. Westerners go too quietly, hitting a field goal. They did get on the board. Sandys would sweep them away, winning 44-17.
A lot of band shots tonight. All
There
right,
are.
a wild cat fight. Woo! Breaking up out north. We have highlights from Idalou versus Canadian. Kurt, see what that game was all about.
And our high school football analyst, Garrett Luft, will break down Cooper's comeback win against Wichita Falls Rider.
And Texas Tech looking to go back-to-back this weekend. They head to Stillwater for a showdown with Oklahoma State.
You're watching Fox 34 Football Friday with Rob Verby, Kurt Kaiser, and Brady King. Fox 34 Football Friday. First and most comprehensive. This is Fox 34 Football Friday.
And welcome back, everybody, to Fox 34 Football Friday. Idalou enjoying a terrific season thus far, undefeated, with a stiff test tonight, I would say.
You could say that, Rob. Yes, indeed. The green and gold Wildcats taking on the Canadian Wildcats today. Historically, pretty good. Actually, really good each and every year. And let's see who clawed out the win there. It's no longer Kimbrough Memorial Stadium. Welcome to Happy State Bank Stadium. First quarter, Canadian would draw first blood, the reverse, and it is Twister Kelton as he gets it into the end zone. Twister.
Honey,
Kelton.
what do you want to name our kid? Name him Twister.
Name him Twister. 7-0 for the Panhandle Cats. Jump ahead of the second quarter. Canadian will drive 90 yards to the house. They finish with another Twister Kelton touchdown run, and they were up in the second quarter. Idalou defense would step up next. Josh Colwell would throw it, picked off in the end zone. There you see the pass, just as I predicted. Yeah, picked off. I just had a feeling. Yeah, congratulations on that one. They bring it back to about the 15-yard line. Everett Hadaway with the rub there. Idalou couldn't maximize on the momentum as Canadian would run away with this one tonight, Rob. 56-6 was the final.
Nice job, Twister Kaiser. Six-man dynasties collide down in the oil patch, Balmorhea and Motley County. And there's your obligatory open shot. Where would we be without that? First quarter, no score. Caden Royce fakes out the Bears' tenacious D and finds a wide open Cade Wampler. Nats lead 8-0. Nice sound system. I may order one from Best Buy come this Monday. And then Angel Inigas, just like the greats who have donned the 44 for Syracuse. Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, Floyd Little, and this guy, right? Demetric Sims with the heroic tackle right there, Garden City Junior class. This week's concession champ. Oh, yeah. Proceeds send the kiddos to the Capitol. Kason Deegan cares nothing about the Capitol. He only cares about the happy place. Just like Terrell Davis in 1998 when he ran for 2,000-plus yards, Mats would go into recess with a 16-8 lead. However, the Bears would emerge from hibernation in the second half.
Oh, that's good.
A tough loss for Motley County as B Squared gets the win, 36-30.
Stratford Elks would take on the McCamey Badgers first quarter after they come onto the field, of course. Ivan Rubio steps back. He finds Matthew Rojas for a touchdown. 7-0 Badgers. Then later on in the quarter, Stratford with the ball. Quick toss to Luke Braden. He's able to find his way to the end zone. The extra point was no good. 7-6 Badgers. A little bit later on, the Elks on 4th and 1. Zane Burr with the ball. Blocked by the Badgers just before the end zone. Boom! Second quarter action now. Badgers were up 19-6. Stratford's Trevor Bell, going for it on 4th down. That pass is picked off by Braden Fuentes. Badgers would run away with it tonight, 41-18.
Oh, those Badgers. The Demons hosting the Springtown Porcupines for another playoff. Had no idea we had a team named the Porcupines. Yeah. They strike first. Quarterback Camden Chesney rolls out to find Cooper Croft for the score. And there you go. Jump ahead to the second. Spencer Williams with the play action. Juan Romero finds what's going on there. Finds the ball. It's right in the breadbasket. Dumas ties it up at 7. Later, Spencer Williams goes deep to Victor Chavez, who comes down with it. But the next play is going to be a Demon fumble.
There it comes.
Porcupines, they recover. And they would capitalize. Chesney goes deep to a man down the field. I don't know what his name is. He pulls it down. And a little after the catch. Yeah. Dumas wouldn't go away easily, though. Williams finds Brian Mendoza in the end zone to make it a 7-point game, but it wouldn't be enough. Springtown holds on to win it 24-14. A little jawing. All righty.
Yeah.
All right. Now we bring in our master of the jawing, Garrett Luft. The Pirates, Garrett, with a big comeback this afternoon and a gutsy call by Coach Darden on the 2-point conversion to get the win.
Yeah, gutsy. Back when I was coaching, we would have called it stuff that's less appropriate for television. But I'll just say Coach Darden, very manly in what he decided to do today. And to me, it seemed like a play call that probably they had panned out for quite a while. They really felt confident in running the Wildcat with Rylan Wilcox. But the name Garrison Smitherman will go down in Cooper lore for the strip fumble he created late in the third quarter because they were down 24-7 at the half. They gave up a 7-minute drive to Wichita Falls Rider, and they basically looked like they were about to give up another score and be completely, blitzed there. It would be bad news. Strips the ball about the 10-yard line and creates some momentum shift. And boy, was it ever, because then Cooper doesn't look back. And Coach Darden, at home with all the momentum, I think I would have played for overtime. He says, no, I feel like I've got the play that I want. And credit his quarterbacks, too. Holt Gibson and Cooper Lefebvre both trade a bunch of different possessions in the second half. Both have some success. A lot of unselfish things I think you see from this team. And, at halftime it looked really bad and looked like, as I've said all year, even the numbers still speak to it. The Cooper offense has struggled. They struggled again today, even in the second half. But they came together and found a way to win. And that can do a lot of things to get momentum going here for the rest of the playoff run coming up.
All righty, appreciate your time, Garrett. We'll check back with you a little later on. All righty, still ahead on Fox 34 Football Friday, a fun segment, I think. Area coaches and how their players could remind them of their favorite Thanksgiving dishes.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. And Texas Tech looking forward to getting their third straight win against OSU this weekend. Will it be a shootout in Stillwater?
Now, back to Fox 34 Football Friday.
Welcome back, everyone. If you've ever had to organize a Thanksgiving dinner, even the small ones we're supposed to have this year, there's a lot of strategy that goes into it. You have to have a game plan with specific people responsible for not just doing their jobs, but knowing everyone else's as well.
And just like that in football, one call can make victory or failure, Rob. So, in the spirit of the holiday, we asked some of the Lubbock ISD football coaches to compare the positions on their team to Thanksgiving foods. Here's how that went.
So would the quarterback be the turkey or the chicken? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me think for a second, all right? The gravy is the quarterback, because that's like what kind of goes on everything and kind of encompasses everything, right? So your quarterback's trying to get it to everybody. The wide receivers are the mashed potatoes. The only reason I say that is because I always make fun of the receivers about being soft.
Oh, secondary, they've got to be the dressing, because they better get dressed up to stop that pass next week.
Offensive line's more the deviled eggs. You just can't stop eating. It just keeps on coming. Might regret it later. All right, so linebackers would be the leg of the turkey. Just it's manly. DBs are the pumpkin pie. Just slick. Some people might eat it before the meal, and that's all they eat. And DBs are very picky, so they'd probably be the pumpkin pie.
I tell you what, those guys are creative. I was impressed with that, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't have any turnovers. That was good. Hey, coming up next, we'll talk Tech football. Can the Scarlet and Black get a second straight win in Stillwater this weekend?
Yeah, and Tech basketball, they're looking pretty good early on, how they took care of the Bearcats with a K from Sam Houston State.
Now, back to Fox 34 Football Friday.
And welcome back to Football Friday, gearing up for its final road game of the season.
That's right, Tech football facing a rather stiff challenge tomorrow in Stillwater. Red Raiders have yet to win on the road this year. They're an 11-point underdog against Oklahoma State as we speak. Expect Alan Bowman to get the start at quarterback. You may recall his freshman year, he played well in an upset win over the Pokies in Stillwater.
The confidence and swagger that we played with in that game, hopefully we can get that going and play in this game. I think we've kind of had Oklahoma State's number the past couple years. So to be able to keep that train rolling and kind of keep the streak going alive would be good. But just remember, I don't know, no one really expected us to win, and we kind of went in there and it was us against everybody else and going in there and winning. And that's kind of how we are, and that's how we like it. To be honest, it's how I like it. And honestly, it was just really good to go in there and kind of just show everybody up, and I think that's what we did last year with them too as well. So to kind of put 3 in a row would be fun.
Sounds like a good plan. Cowboys coming off a loss against rival OU. Once upon a time, they had a lofty ranking of number 6 in the nation.
OSU led by quarterback Spencer Sanders and running back Chuba Hubbard. Both players dinged up last weekend in that chippy loss to Oklahoma. Gundy and the Pokes dropping 7 spots in the AP poll this week, all the way down to number 21.
You've got to start fast. You've got to play well early. And we certainly, the keys to victory, we'll have to score points to win, but we've got to be able to win up front in the O-line and the D-line.
I feel like, yes, it was one of our best games that we played. I feel like offense was rolling, defense was rolling, we became a unit. I feel like we played more physical than them and we outplay them. Hopefully this is an advantage of this bye week, and we can do the same thing we did last year.
And you may recall Tech beat the Pokes here in the LBK last season. Game time 11 a.m. tomorrow morning from Stillwater, right here on the huge 3-4.
And let's talk basketball. Red Raider basketball team looking to go 2-0 on the young season.
Well, let's do it, Mr. Kaiser. They steamrolled the Demons from Northwestern State the other night by 40. And let's head to the USA this afternoon, hosting Sam Houston State. Early in the first, Mac McClung hitting from deep. First, he knocks down the tough three. Later, McClung steps into the jumper. Tech leads by 16 at that point. Later in the first half now, Tech up 20, McClung driving. And he can do this as well. He kicks it out to Terrence Shannon Jr. for the floater. And Shannon, well, he had 10 points, 3 assists. McClung had 18 to lead Tech in scoring again. Late first, Tech up 23. Marcus Santos Silva hits the hook shot. He had another double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Red Raiders by 25. They cruise in this one, the final 84-52. They play Houston. That should be a pretty good matchup Sunday afternoon in Fort Worth. All righty, coming up, we have more final scores from around the area. You're watching Fox 34 Football Friday.
First and most comprehensive. This is Fox 34 Football Friday.
And time for some playoff scores we didn't get to tonight. Cisco takes down Hawley 54-20. Up next, the Bold Gold. Unbeaten Wellington gets the dub over Vega 40-20.
And the Bold Gold taking it to Panhandle. Post will advance 68-0. Mustangs roll over the Plainsmen at Lowry Field. Coronado wins it 40-14.
A rivalry unlike any other. Pirates remain unbeaten in district as they sneak one over Wiley 25-24. Friendship ends its season on a high note, beating the Broncos of Odessa High 38-17. Post absolutely blowing out Panhandle today. Garrett, your thoughts on that game?
Well, if we look back, remember this is a Panhandle team that met up with Baron Morton of Eastland, who's Texas Tech's current quarterback commit. They played in Post in a neutral site game. 91-70 was the final score. Okay, so that's how many points Panhandle scored back then. They put up this many today against Post. It's crazy how good the defense is on that side of things for Post. And then offensively, they scored on the first play of the drive 4 times in the first half, win the game, or actually go up 60-0 at the half and only put up one more score in the second half. They get Cisco next. Cisco was at 1.3-3, which is very un-Cisco-like, but since that beginning of the season, their smallest margin of victory is 31 points. So they've been used to blowing people out here for a while. It'll be the best test that Post has had probably this season. But, man, tonight what they did was just unfathomably dominant.
Thank you, Garrett. We appreciate your work on Fox 34 Football Friday.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right.
Well, this is going to be our final production of the award-winning Football Friday show. Rob, it's been a true honor to do this with you for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm tearing up right now, Kurt. I don't know if you can tell. A-Money Productions has a look back on this season. You can spot just about every team from the South Plains and a few from beyond. So long, everybody.